what happens when the people trusted to protect the most vulnerable children are accused of becoming the source of their fear? A shocking case in Tel Aviv has raised serious questions about childcare safety after 3 daycare workers were indicted over allegations of repeated abuse involving infants and toddlers. According to the state attorney's office, the children involved were between just 6 months and 1.5 years old. Prosecutors allege that incidents at the private Gan Hiyuchim daycare created an environment of fear for children who were completely dependent on the adults around them. The case has now moved into the court system, with indictments filed against 3 women connected to the daycare. Ortal Levi, a 39-year-old assistant, and Natalie Shahar, the owner and manager of the daycare, were indicted in the Tel Aviv District Court. A separate indictment was filed against another assistant, 63-year-old Ronit Shira Ariel, in the Tel Aviv Magistrates Court. But the allegations described by prosecutors are what have drawn widespread attention. The indictment claims that beginning in November 2024, Levi repeatedly assaulted children under her care. Prosecutors said the alleged actions included throwing children onto the floor or mattresses, pulling them forcefully by their arms, lifting them by their clothing, pushing their heads into mattresses, pinching them, striking them, and covering their heads and faces with blankets. The allegations are especially disturbing because the children involved were so young that they would have had little or no ability to explain what was happening to them. According to prosecutors, some children later experienced injuries, changes in behavior, problems with sleeping and eating, and weight loss. And one alleged incident became a major focus of the case. Prosecutors described an event on December 19, 2024, involving a toddler who was taken into a changing room during a diaper change. The indictment states that force was allegedly used on the child's right arm. The article available publicly does not include the full description of that allegation, and the complete details remain part of the ongoing legal process. Cases involving alleged abuse in childcare settings often create deep concern because parents place enormous trust in daycare workers. For many families, a daycare is not simply a place where children spend time during the day. It is a place where parents expect their children to be protected, cared for, and treated with patience and compassion. The investigation into Gan Hiyuchim highlights a broader issue faced by childcare systems around the world: how to ensure that people responsible for caring for young children are properly monitored, trained, and held accountable when allegations of harm emerge. At this stage, the allegations remain allegations, and the defendants have the right to a fair legal process. A court will ultimately determine the facts of the case based on the evidence presented. But the questions surrounding this case are already affecting public discussion. How can warning signs be identified earlier? What protections can prevent similar situations? And how can parents feel confident that the people caring for their children are providing a safe environment? For the families involved, the legal process may take time, but the impact of these allegations is already significant. When the safety of children is involved, every detail matters, and every decision made inside a courtroom can have consequences far beyond the people directly involved. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Prime Wire, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest news. Thanks for watching.